created a tournament to see which former gang member is really the baddest MF. Today's roster features Tito versus Kimbo, Jorge versus Nick, Johnson versus Woodley, and, lastly, Swanson versus Lee. All of them have a criminal background or were gang members. Let's move on to the first fight. Kimbo Slice, although known primarily for his street fights, transitioned into professional MMA and competed in the UFC. He grew up in a rough neighborhood in Miami, Florida, but found redemption through the sport. Tito Ortiz, a former UFC light heavyweight champion, grew up in a troubled neighborhood in Huntington Beach, California. He was involved in street gangs but turned his life around and became a successful MMA fighter. Here we go.
Herb Dean, our referee, to see how Tito Ortiz approaches this specific matchup. He's got a lot of first-round finishes in his career, a lot of championship 25-minute experience as well. Ortiz in another big one tonight. Oh, and there it is, too easy. Beautiful takedown and on his foot.
He's got it in. This arm triangle is looking pretty tight. He's got it locked in. He's got to clear the guard, drop his chest, and get the finish. Man, great job finding a way out, finding an escape. And the clinch has got to be very aware of the punches in tight.
And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Lands to the body there.
That's one of those shots that if you take one of them, if you get in the night, that will land it right on the spot. Big ground and pound.
Well, champ, out of...
Yup.
Posture's up now. That's a vicious head strike. Howdy, Tina. Nice job. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one. To the eyes. All right, there's the end of the round. So it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, that was...
Ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway. Well, the left hook has been there at times. Man, he is so sound defensively.
What a beautiful uppercut. It landed beautifully. Perfect placement. Oh, over by now. But his opponent's still standing, and I think that speaks to the durability.
Kimbo wins with an overhand knockout.
With that knockout, if that is not the #1 play on SportsCenter tonight.
The next fight is Anthony Johnson versus Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley, a former UFC welterweight champion, has a remarkable story of overcoming adversity through mixed martial arts. Growing up in a tough neighborhood in Ferguson, Missouri, Woodley faced numerous challenges. He witnessed the impact of gang violence and drug addiction firsthand, which could have easily led him down a destructive path. However, he chose a different route. Woodley turned to wrestling and eventually mixed martial arts as a means of escape and personal growth. Anthony "Rumble" Johnson had a troubled past in Dublin, Georgia, where he was involved in gang activities. However, he found his passion for fighting and transformed himself into a top UFC light heavyweight contender. Let's watch the fight.
All right, so here we are, the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. It's crazy to think that not all that long ago,
kick the door in.
Yes.
If you're gonna say you're welcome at MSG, the UFC is coming.
Who is gonna be the last man standing? We're just getting started, and they are getting after it. These early on to this one. Oh, he might get finished here.
But the submission defense wins this transition. Look at that. Recognize he was about to lose position.
Woodley's got him in a crucifix. Gonna work from the top now. Good solid strike on the ground. Ooh, arm triangle's in tight.
It's getting in very tight.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep. Hit in this position, and it's all about now where is the cut? Is it above the eye? Is it below the eye? But
second round here.
It's getting very uncomfortable to watch.
Huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Oh, tense moment here. That arm triangle's tight.
He's got it. He's got it.
And there it is! Your winner by submission.
Oh, my goodness. What a fight.
Woodley wins with an arm triangle submission. Kimbo Slice and Tyron Woodley have advanced to the semifinals. Our next fight is between Nick Diaz and Jorge Masvidal. Nick Diaz, a former Strikeforce welterweight champion and UFC fighter, had a tumultuous upbringing in Stockton, California. He was involved in gangs but credits martial arts for helping him escape that lifestyle and find success in the world of MMA. Jorge, gamebred Masvidal, had a challenging upbringing in Miami, Florida. He was involved in street gangs and faced legal troubles in his youth. However, he turned his life around by channeling his energy into mixed martial arts and has become an inspiration for many. Let's watch the fight.
The calm, cool, collected Jorge gamebred Masvidal ready to go, and so are we. Round one is underway. We have seen an uptick in the aggression for Masvidal as he has vaulted into welterweight.
Oh, my goodness. These both are going at him.
Lands a big right hand. Some more outbound. Right up the gut, DC. He's in a world of trouble now.
You take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs.
How good is this? Both men going for the finish. Outstanding back and forth first round.
Ready.
All right, round two. All right, so after one of the more entertaining, perfect shot there, DC, and one more of those, he might be out.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing. That shot landed perfect.
From that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about it. You got to get...
Oh, man. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. So a much different approach from him.
Hurt him again.
Ooh, diving punch lands. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Diaz. Well, this is not football. Targeting is legal, and he is going at that cut, which is getting worse with every passing ground strike. Oh, he's got his back. He's having his way with him here. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how... Yep, got to be very careful there.
All right, so a grueling battle on the ground, and no surprise, the crowd pops in appreciation as the fighters make their way back to the
This
field.
is an educated crowd, Jake, to try to advance himself, to give him more of an advantage on the mat.
All right, well, if you like blood, and I do, this is the fight for you. Somehow we've made it to the stools, and both fighters are wearing it.
Yeah, I mean, the corner's going to have some work to do on that cut. Paying for it, because now he's dealing with that nasty cut.
Third round underway. Diaz covering up.
Oh,
Huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's...
you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
That is it! Holy smokes! With a massive highlight at the Garden.
Oh, my goodness.
Nick Diaz wins by knockout. He has advanced to the semifinals. The last fight in the quarterfinals is Kevin Lee and Cub Swanson. Kevin, the Motown phenom, Lee grew up in Detroit, Michigan, where he was exposed to a tough neighborhood and gang culture. Despite the challenges he faced, Lee found solace in MMA and turned his life around. Cub Swanson, growing up in Palm Springs, California, where he soon began to rebel against his upbringing by joining a local gang. Engaging in street fights led him into serious trouble when he was sentenced to a 2-year juvenile detention term for burglary at the age of 17. Let's watch the fight.
So here's the lightweight contender, the Motown phenom Kevin Lee, back for more. He believes his destiny is to become a UFC champion, and he can take another step in that direction by getting the finish here tonight.
5 knees to the body.
Now he's got the single collar in the clinch. Swanson gets back up again. Nicely done.
All the grappling was beautiful to watch now, but ultimately, he's attacking guillotine. Oh, nice.
Oh, that guillotine choke is tight. Oh, so how about that? The offensive fighter bails on the submission now. Looks like he's got that arm pinned in the triangle now. Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively.
Him that much if you get back to your feet. He just wants to continue to make you work the entire time because he understands this type of grind, most guys can't keep up. Great job finding different.
Kick there as it lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about...
Lee's in half guard.
Oh, he's got a choke.
Oh, that arm triangle's wicked tight.
He's starting to get it in very deep.
Oh, gives up on the submission now. We'll see where he goes from here.
He's postured up. He's landed big. Got that single collar tie.
There's a severe gash on his face.
I need you to show something. You have to protect yourself.
Well, that overhand big weapon form throughout his career, it's been there all night. Look for him to go back to it here. Oh, he might get finished here.
Oh, nice takedown, yeah.
Oh, he might be in trouble here.
Kevin Lee wins with a Darce choke submission. We've reached the semifinals. Kimbo Slice and Tyron Woodley will face off. Which fighter would you bet on?
Tonight? Well, you can always feel the electricity in the air when Kimbo Slice is inside that octagon. Let's see how a great career began with some very quick knockouts early on against Bo Cantrell and Tank Abbott. Let's see how it goes for Kimbo tonight. Woodley's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. Oh, he got tagged something. Well, looks like Woodley's nose is absolutely mangled at this stage of the fight. I'm no doctor, but I feel pretty convicted in saying that thing is definitely broken, and we might get a ringside physician or a referee to stop this fight here soon.
Because it will extend his career going down the line.
Lands with the ground and pound here.
Oh, nice headlock.
Oh, that rear naked choke looks tight. Oh, gives up on the submission now.
Well, he had it tight, John, but then he decided to keep the dominant position by giving it up.
That cut on the nose, manageable earlier, not so much right now. Really, really bad. The blood flow continuing to become a factor. Been formed throughout his career. It's been there all night. Look for him to go back to it here. Slice's nose is bleeding now. Looks to be cut perhaps there on the bridge. Already gets the takedown now, DC. We'll see what he can do.
Oh, he's got him in a choke here.
Oh, wow, he got out and melted.
What a beautiful display of submission defense. Not panicking when the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing. That shot may be perfect.
Got to be broken. A lot of blood coming out of that nose area. And we'll see if they indeed call on the ringside physician to take a closer look. All right, so as the cut man gets to work, we'll re-rack some replays from the previous round. Oh, and a nice counter there with... Well, he's looking for that left hand, just out of range, though, with it.
The submission attempt. Oh my goodness, that Darce choke is very tight. Oh, he's gonna get him with it.
There's the tap. As many style points as you could produce. Whoa!
Man.
Absolutely remarkable what
Tyron Woodley wins with a Darce choke submission. We have our first finalist. We need one more for the finale. Kevin Lee will face off against Nick Diaz.
Inside the octagon. A pro dating to 2001, here is the veteran Nick Diaz, former UFC title challenger. 13 wins by knockout, another 8 by way of submission. You know the book on Nick Diaz. It's going to be punches and bunches, but if the fight does hit the canvas, you've got to protect him. Getting the head kick home, and now his... He engages in the single collar tie.
Big knee lands.
Now the uppercuts are coming.
He better start moving. He cannot stand here and eat these uppercuts.
Oh, he's got that arm tight now.
Starting to get it in there deep.
Let's go, armbar!
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory. That Darce choke is very tight. What he has to do now is slide that arm up under the neck, lock it in the crevice, make a figure four, and then try to finish his fight.
Cut is only getting worse by the minute. Well, DC, headgear's not allowed, but he has raised the hands, and he's doing a nice job protecting the dome.
He's doing a great job of blocking his head. A lot of times, no shots to the head will knock you out. Not this time.
Just misses with this straight right.
He loaded up there on that high kick.
Well, you didn't see a lot of the body work from him in the earlier rounds, but he's certainly getting after it here. Big shot to...
But the danger isn't so vast that you should panic.
Yeah, we've only seen a handful of omoplatas in UFC history. All of this damage in that previous round.
These guys are going back and forth, both throwing real...
With the strikes, he continues to light him up. Got to be careful here not to gas out, of course, but you got to like the offense we're seeing from him, especially in this round. These athletes go toe-to-toe, both dealing with cuts and adversity and trying to fight.
His chest back flat on the mat and defend that arm triangle. Unbelievable.
Oh, Diaz's eye now closing up. And there's the buzzer indicating the end of round 4. So these are the type of fights that kill. This fight is what this sport's all about.
It's the best. It really does speak to what fighting is. When you see guys just lay it out on the line. And honestly, watching this fight, I don't care who won. I don't care who won the fight. I know that anyone that's watched these two will have a bigger respect for them after this fight is done.
All right, let us now get you some replays of all the damage done in that previous round, including the strike that opened up the cut.
Over the course of that round, and it opened up a nasty cut. He has got to find a way to challenge. Let's see if he can take it back.
As effective as straight punches we've seen all night.
And he's got it hurt very bad.
Final round, final minute. What a fight it has been, and hard for the referee to get involved when damage is being doled out on both sides.
I mean, it's so evenly matched. These guys have done such a great job of staying in the fight. There have been many moments in this fight where you thought one of them...
Right through the final minute, nobody in this arena is sitting down. What a fight. The official decision is in. Bruce Buffer has it.
5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 49-46, 48-47, and 48-47. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Nick Diaz!
Nick Diaz wins by unanimous decision and becomes the second finalist. We've reached the final fight. At this point, I'd like to thank you for watching. Please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. In the final, we have Nick Diaz and Tyron Woodley. Enjoy the fight.
Octagon for this one. All right, here we go. Nick Diaz versus Tyron Woodley. They never met under the Strikeforce banner, and thankfully for UFC fans around the world, it shall be done here tonight.
It finally happens, and we are so excited about it. Two of the best guys the welterweight division has ever seen. Tyron has a championship reign under his belt, and for Nick Diaz, a victory tonight puts him right back where he wants to be, challenging for a belt.
Woodley's cut right on the of his nose does not look good, folks. We'll continue to keep an eye on it, and you got to think the
Each other just kind of going at it.
All right, so a classic stylistic matchup here, wrestler versus... Oh, so now he bails on the submission.
He bailed, and rightfully so. You keep the dominant position. Great job. Very smart fighter we got there.
Oh, he reversed position there on the ground, and he's now in the dominant position. Oh, another strike hits right on that cut. Ringside for... 2 minutes now to go in the opening round. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. So the crowd absolutely loving it as these fighters work their way back to the feet.
The fighters are back to their feet now, and they can take in the applause because they deserve it after that grappling exchange.
Clipped him with the right hand there.
He's got to start kicking.
This fight is what this sport's all about.
It's the best. It really does speak to what fighting is. Beautiful shot that gets to the target. He has not been responsible to...
All right, so after one of the more entertaining rounds, a huge strike lands there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now we need to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot.
Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round one. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace, an uptick in the aggression and the output, and starting to find his range here in the pocket. Showing off that leg dexterity and flexibility. Rubber guard now.
Look at that, going into the armbar. He's got it isolated. He's landing to get damage on.
All right, single collar tie now.
Look at the control.
Not to gas out. 10 seconds to go in the round.
And for as bad as he looked, John, his opponent is as beat up as he. All the blood that we are seeing on these two fighters.
Gotta think the referee. Nice jab by Diaz. Watch the strike there, counters with a jab. Well, you can feel that breeze octagon side of the strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not. No, he's hurt bad.
After that extended battle on the... Oh, he lands a massive kick here.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, they separate now. We'll see who can get off in space. Well, MMA is a constant exercise in risk mitigation, right? But it would seem to me...
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
With a massive highlight at the Garden.
Holy smokes.
All right, here now Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 17 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Nick Diaz.
Nick Diaz is the winner of the Ex-Gangsters tournament.